bit of a rarity for me, as it's not very often I get to bring a little helper along with me. Obviously the better angler of the two. I am at a local park lake to my house, somewhere very close to my heart, to be honest. I've grown up fishing this place, and we'll get more into about the venue as the day progresses. But like I said, I've got my little one with me. Don't often get to bring youngster out with me very often because he's always at school, and normally I'm out fishing midweek. We're at Longbridge Lake, for some of you guys that know it. It's in the Romsey area. Pardon?
My favourite place.
Your favourite place. This is his favourite place. And when I do get the chance to take the kids out, this is where I tend to bring them, because it's always good for a bite. With it being obviously February, this is my chosen venue. It's close to my house, and you can come out here for a day, and 9 times out of 10 you can get a few bites. So the lake itself it's a bit of a weird one, as you've got the main body of the lake is about 2 or 3 acres, normal size, you know, round with an island in the middle. But then you've got this canal section that runs off of it, and I really like this bit over here because I get to use my baiting pole. It's quite easy if you've got kids, you know, you don't want them casting up in the tree all the time, etc. I cast up in the tree every now and then as well, so it makes life easier for me bringing the baiting pole along and shipping it under the far bank. Now on the far bank you've got a fair few trees over there where there's fish. Obviously this time of year they tend to huddle up in snags, and that's what we're going to be fishing up to. So we'll go through the tactics and everything that I'm using. Like I say, as the day progresses, there's a fair few fish in here. There's quite a few ghosties in here as well. There's one in here called Snowy that I'd love to catch. Well, to be honest, I think there's a few Snowies in here, to be fair.
No.
And like I say, I've fished this place on and off for many years. The owner, John Hall, aka Badger, he's someone that I've known for absolutely years, and for all you guys that fish down here, you will obviously know who Badger is, and he's an absolute legend. So like I say, it's nice to have little one out with me. Fingers crossed we can get a few bites, eh mate? Like we did last time we were here. And yeah, there's some lovely carp in here, and I wouldn't mind catching a few of them for the camera, obviously, whilst we're out on this day trip. Larry. Proper Larry. Looking down at the carnage below, we've got a very angry carp on the end. The rod's only been out half an hour, so, which is pretty cool. Nice to get a quick bite and all that when the cameras are here, of course. But yeah, that was a mental bite, that was. I had the clutch done up, and yeah, like I say, it's proper carnage down here at the minute. But yeah, it's nice to see that we're getting the old tactics and all that malarkey right. So yeah, nice to hopefully get this one in the net as well. That would be cool. Right, well, with the bank obviously being a little bit steep down here, I'm gonna slide the fish into the sling. He's a bit feisty as well, so I'm just gonna slide him in there as he tries to swim out. Come on, he's a proper angry one, this one. He's well Larry. So yeah, just gonna slide him into the sling without getting myself wet, just because the bank, like I say, is a little bit steep, and it always protects the fish. Not better when you lift them out with a sling. Always check the fins though, still are flat to his body, which they are. Right, have you got the rod, little man?
Yeah.
We'll see in a second. I reckon he's about £15. Right. Here we go then, here we go. All right, do you want to lift this dorsal up? That's it, good skills. He is absolutely mint. Lovely, lovely way to start the day off. And yeah, it just goes to show that we got them tactics right. Obviously using a baiting pole makes life a lot easier, a lot safer as well. You're not leaving tackle up in the trees and whatnot for the wildlife to get at, of course. So that's my excuse anyway for using the cheating pole. But yeah, this lovely, lovely 14 pounder on that maxi mix with a solid bag. Maxi mix. We like the maxi mix, don't we? Yeah, the crayfish maxi mix with a little bit of bug liquid in there, and obviously a yellow PB hook bait. Awesome. Right, should we get this one back? Get ourselves another? Yes. Lovely. Absolutely love him. He is mint. Here's the rig that I've just caught that absolute beauty on, and it's me solid bag rig. As you'll see, the actual rig itself isn't very long. When you're fishing a solid bag, ideally you want a rig that's about 3.5 to 4 inches in length. Hook bait wise, I've got a little 10mm PB pop up there. Oh, liner on the left hander, go on. Back to the hook bait. I've got a little 10mm PB pop up there, and you don't have to weight that down at all. I've got a size 4 wide gate beaked there, which is micro barb. The rules here, you've got to use micro barbs, so that is what I'm using on that hook. Now it actually sits in the water, so when you pop it, so when it obviously melts in the bag, you just get that little 10mm waft in, and hook is clawed over. And that's the perfect setup for the hook for when it flies into the fish's mouth. It's already in that position to catch hold in the bottom of the lip. Dead center, I've got a little bit of putty there. Not only does that help weight the material down, so it keeps it on the bottom, inconspicuous of course, but it also helps in aid that hooking property as well. And I always have that dead center of the rig. Now it's no fixed leads here, so this is fished drop off style. I've got a 3-ounce paired lead, and basically when the fish pick up the rig, that swivel, it pops out at the bottom, and then at the top there, the tail rubber is the only thing that's holding that on. When the fish shake the tail rubber, it can come away. Now I've got it set up fairly tight, to be honest, because there's not really much weed or anything here, but if the fish was to snag himself in the snag that I'm fishing up to, then obviously that lead can drop away if I was unfortunate enough to get a crack off. But fingers crossed that won't be the case. But you've always got to be thinking that you're fishing safe, you know, for any mishaps that might happen. But yeah, that is briefly the rig. I drop that into a solid bag which has got the crayfish maxi pellet in, crumb up a little bit of bug in there as well, and then finish the rest of the bag off with some maxi pellet. So that is the rig and the tactic that's doing the damage. Right, let's get this back in the pond, catch ourselves another one. Okay, so we're going to put a third rod out. It's gone a little bit quiet, midday now. It's been a couple of hours since we've had that last bite. And yeah, the liners and everything stopped. I've gone for a little walk down both ways, and yeah, it's a bit busy down that end, and feels like you're just slotting in between someone. I don't want to go sort of messing up someone else's day sort of thing by slotting in between them. So we're going to stay put here and just work the swim a little bit more. And that being, I'm going to put a third rod out. You obviously allow 3 rods on here. I've just started off with 2 because I just, you know, I like to feel my way in with the swim. That's my excuse. Anyway, so yes, mate, fill that up with pellets. So this time round, I'm just going to put maxi pellets out there, and a solid bag just with 2 millers in it, and with sauce. A PB in there. Sauce as well. Yeah, we're going to put some sauce in, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That'll be enough, I think, little man. So yeah, just enough for, you know, a couple of mouthfuls. So you get some sauce in there. That's it, mate. And yeah, I'm just going to cup this out to the right hand side of the snag, put it fairly tight to the bank is going to be the idea of this rod. Right. Well, the day is slowly drifting away. Well, the day has drifted away. We've got about an hour's worth of light left, I reckon. And one of the spots, I've been walking up and down this bank to the left-hand side and putting little bits of bait in the edge, you know, as you do when you're struggling sort of thing. And I found a fit. At first, when I went in there, I saw a little bit of murky water, and I've sort of stood there for about 10 minutes, and then I've just seen one of the branches gently move and saw a carp's back in the water. So Theodore, don't go down there, mate. All right, well, yeah, stay over here. I don't want him spooking the fish. He's not the quietest of children, as the cameraman has found out today. Bless him, but I suppose he's had fun all the same. So anyway, back to the job in hand. I'm going to get a solid bag tied up, drop it in with the spoon. I should probably just drop a light lead in there, to be honest, but where I've sort of put pellets in there, I think a quicker bite will come just dropping a solid bag in the zone with the spoon sort of thing. It's nice and quiet, you know, and yeah, I just like to have a bit of bait around the hook bait, so that is the plan. I'm going to get the rods in quickly, and for a last ditch attempt of trying to end this day with another fish, that's going to be the plan. Go down there, spoon this bag in, catch one, job done, he says. Right, let's get this bag finished. Right, well, it would appear that dropping that rod in the edge here has worked for us, and hopefully we've got the last one of the day about to swim into the net. Yes, that'll do. Oh, that's a massive relief, that, considering how well the day started off, and then for it all to just sort of die a death. I was a bit gutted that I didn't just bite the bullet and move earlier on, but just goes to show you've got to be on them to catch them. And in all fairness, I thought they were going to come back on that snag, but they haven't come down here. Luckily, I just baited the edge, and you know, it's February. You can still catch them out at the edge in February, and that's exactly what I've done with this one. Ain't the biggest carp in the world, none of that matters. It's a carp all the same. Ah, yes, buzzing, yes, nice. Here we go then. Ah, what a result to end the day on with this absolute perler. Should we call him a perler? He's a zip limb perler, and yeah, like I say, the results are there to be had just by baiting the edges. Walking up and down the bank has been worth it because it's put that last fish on the bank. Results are there to be had. If you get out there fishing for the day, you can catch yourself a few fish like this, and yeah, it's good to get the kids out for the day, of course, as well. So buzzing with him. Let's get him back home, and we better get home as well.